8:30, time to get started. Good morning, everyone. I want to start today by asking a simple question this morning. What if the biggest difference in your success wasn't doing something completely different, but simply doing one more? One more phone call, one more follow-up, one more thank you, one more conversation, one more opportunity to serve. Simple words. But when you really think about it, those two words, one more, have the power to change the direction of a day, a relationship, a career, and sometimes even a life. As I was thinking about my own career, I've been in the industry a long time. I've been a processor, a loan officer, and now an account executive. And if there's one thing that I've learned through every season of this business, it's this. The opportunities that have shaped my career almost never came from one big moment. They came from doing one more. One more visit to a broker who wasn't sending me loans yet. One more phone call after I thought I had already followed up enough. One more conversation to understand what someone really needed instead of assuming I knew. One more chance to build trust instead of trying to make a sale. And even this opportunity here with MLB Wholesale, it is a reminder that careers are not built overnight. They're built through thousands of small decisions to keep showing up, keep serving, and keep investing in relationships. When I look back, the moments that changed the direction of my career, they weren't always obvious to me at the time. And in fact, most of them felt pretty ordinary. They are the conversations that almost didn't happen, meetings that could have easily been canceled, follow-ups that could have easily been put off till tomorrow. And that's the interesting thing about one more. You usually don't know it's the one that matters until you're looking back. The broker who didn't answer your first three phone calls maybe become one of your biggest advocates. The borrower who's overwhelmed today maybe become a lifelong client who refers you friends and families for years to come. The realtor you simply checked in on without asking for business may remember that kindness when they have a client who they need someone they can trust. You never know which one more will create a ripple effect that changes everything. One of the things I love about our industry is that we really get to see the full impact of what we do. We celebrate the clear to close. We celebrate the funding. We celebrate another loan on the board. But that's really just the beginning of someone else's story. That loan might mean a young couple finally has a place to bring home their first baby. It might mean grandparents finally move closer to their grandchildren. It might mean a veteran buys the home they've dreamed about after years of serving our country. It might mean a family finally has a backyard where the kids can run and play. Sometimes we get caught up in the conditions, the deadlines, underwritings, and rates that we forget on the other side of every loan file, there are real people with real dreams, real memories waiting to happen, and sometimes those dreams happen because someone decided to make one more phone call, one more follow-up, one more attempt to find a solution instead of saying it can't be done. That's what separates people who simply do mortgages from people who truly change lives. Relationships have always been the foundation of this business. People don't remember every rate you quoted or every guideline you knew. They remember how you made them feel. They remembered whether you answered the phone, whether you followed through, whether you cared enough to go the extra mile. I also believe that one more has a compounding effect. One more positive attitude today makes it easier to have another one tomorrow. One more follow-up becomes a habit. One more relationship becomes a network. One more act of service becomes your reputation. And before long, people don't just know what you do, they know who you are. They know you're someone who answers the phone, someone who follows through, someone who doesn't quit when things get difficult, someone who genuinely cares. And in our business, that is priceless. In today's world, technology can do a lot. It can automate emails, it could generate documents, it can answer questions in seconds, it can help us become more efficient, but it can't replace genuine relationships. It can't replace empathy. It can't replace someone who truly listens. That still is our greatest advantage. And that's really what One More is all about. It's not about working another 3 hours today. It's not about filling your calendar with more meetings. It's about choosing not to let discouragement make your decisions. It's deciding that one more call could be the one that reconnects you with a broker. One more follow up could save a loan. One more introduction could become your next great relationship. One more encouraging conversation could completely change someone's day. I also think one more, it applies beyond business. Maybe it's one more moment with the kids before they head out the door. One more conversation with your spouse after a long day. One more text to check in on a friend who's been on your mind. One more thank you to a processor, an underwriter, a closer, or a teammate who quietly makes your job easier every day. Sometimes the smallest investments create the greatest returns. The market's going to continue to change. Guidelines will continue to change. Rates, well, they're going to continue to move. Those things are outside of our control. But how we show up every day is completely within our control. We get to decide whether we're going to lead with optimism or frustration, whether we're going to focus on obstacles or opportunities, whether we're going to give up or give one more effort. That's a choice we make every single morning. So today, don't ask yourself, how can I accomplish everything? Instead, ask yourself, what's my one more? Because remarkable careers aren't built in giant leaps. They're built in ordinary moments when ordinary people choose to make one more call, have one more conversation, solve one more problem, and serve one more person. Those moments may seem small today, but one day you'll look back and realize those small decisions were actually the biggest moments of your career. So before you finish your day, ask yourself a few questions. Who needs one more phone call? Who deserves one more thank you? What relationship could I strengthen with one more conversation? And where I have been tempted to give up, maybe I just need to try one more time. I'd encourage you to write down one name before the day gets away from you. Just one. One borrower, one broker, one referral partner, one teammate. And then make that call, send that text, write that email. Don't wait for the perfect time because often the perfect opportunity is created by taking the next small step. Because sometimes the difference between an average career and an extraordinary one, it isn't talent, it isn't timing, and it isn't luck. It's simply making the decision day after day to do one more. And here's what I found. Those small moments have a way of adding up. One more conversation becomes a trusted relationship. One more relationship becomes a referral. One more referral becomes a family finding a home. And one more family becomes a life changed. Before you know it, a career is built, and not on one extraordinary day, but on thousands of ordinary days where you chose to just do a little bit more than what was required. So as you head into today, look for your one more opportunity to encourage, one more opportunity to serve, one more opportunity to make someone's day a little easier. Because that's how remarkable careers are built. And more importantly, that's how we make lives better. Have an incredible Wednesday, everyone. Go make a difference, one relationship, one conversation, and one more act of service at a time. Thank you very much.
Great job, Gary. Thank you.